No, didn't date Freddie. Dated a lot of other people. She was social. It's fine. Yeah.
Tell us a dating story in your 20s.
You first.
Well, this is going to be great.
Welcome to the White House Pod with David A.R.
I'm gonna finish what I started.
It's not easy, but it's simple.
All right, we're going.
Here
Hey,
we go.
look
Hi.
at
How's it going? What's up?
that. Yeah, big applause coming into this. I mean, it's outstanding. Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. I heard it.
Very, very much so. Rachel Leigh Cook. Hi.
David Allen White. Hi.
All right, so Rachel Leigh Cook, have you always had that same long name? Did we always use it? Like, when did we come into Hollywood? How
This
old
guy-
were we?
this guy
You want me to
asking
look
that.
at you? I have papers
Wow.
here on you.
So
I
much.
know you're from Minnesota, but
I'm sorry.
you're a Vikings fan, but you're not really a Vikings fan because you don't know. Did you see the Vikings game this last week?
No.
It was pretty brutal.
No.
Chargers.
Do you want me to circle back to why I have too many names and why you're not allowed to ask me that?
Good point, but we're talking
Wow.
about you. You're the podcast guest here.
I don't have any papers. I want papers.
So, you don't get papers. You get water. No coffee, but water. Rachel, just disclaimer, did you have any coffee today? Or
Only a little bit.
You were really counting on the coffee here.
This seemed like a fancy podcast when I saw images of it on your social media. I'm sorely disappointed.
Yeah, well, the coffee maker's down. That poor guy over there has tried really hard.
You spent all your money on these walls.
Yep, no coffee machine. I don't even drink coffee. That's part of the problem. I got gifted. I just moved into a house, and they gifted me with a coffee pot.
Oh,
And I was like, what is this for?
coffee, David.
Yeah, but it's still in the box because I don't, yeah.
And you could have brought it here. And yet,
I probably should have. Okay, so wait. So do we have when did you start acting? It doesn't even say that. All it just says is you were in the Babysitters Club. She starred in that.
yes, that was 1995.
Yeah, but like you were young at that point?
Yeah, that's how time works.
But like, were you like 15? Or are you
Yes.
10? Are you
yes.
like, what
Good
time
math.
did we
I
go?
was exactly 15.
And is that the
was a
first
great
thing you
guess.
ever auditioned for?
That was the very first
Come
thing I ever
on.
auditioned for. It
Really?
absolutely was. Dumb luck, right? It's
Well,
crazy. No, but it's a little.
It means
but
that you
I
had
did.
the
I had
thing.
a
You
lot
had
of
the
like.
it thing.
You're very kind. I had a lot
I mean, it
of
says
on
it
the
here.
job training. Put it that way. I think I was lucky early on, and I did not much know what I was doing. I didn't understand like the real stakes of a scene or like like the basics that we are then taught and or figure out. So I get a little bit mortified watching my early work, but man, I was lucky to just be able to
But
jump
wait
in.
a second. How do we just go into that big studio movie? Like,
Maybe no one else auditioned. I don't know.
did you have an agent?
Yes.
Did you?
Sorry,
did
we
you
can't go
at,
back
at
to
an
the
early
beginning.
age where you're like, hey, this is called Dare to Dream. We're trying to talk about your story about like to encourage people out there who
Yes.
who also desire to be Rachel Leigh Cook.
You're catering to a small audience right there. But if you
We're
want
a
to know,
niche marketplace.
very. But yes, I mean, unfortunately, like it's always hard for me when, and I know you know what I'm talking about, when people ask you, I just saw that your shoe is unzipped. Both of them.
Yeah.
There's so many zippers.
Well, flexible. It's that, and then I can flop it off when I come into the house, and I don't have to like bend down to untie it or zip it.
Never mind. I support it. We can cut that out.
Yeah, you have a lot of ties there.
I do.
Do you tie your shoes well every day? I mean, do you lace them all the way up?
How are they going to edit this, David?
They're not going to edit this. I don't. People out there want to know, like, because you have a boot on. Do you
Start
lace it
with
all the
this
way up?
Close up of how many zippers are on David's feet.
All right. So, getting back to this, why did you get into this business? What was the thing?
I'm a silly person like you. I just thought like it's.
She actually
cool.
is. That is true. That is true. We just had her on our set, and it was a delightful experience.
I had a great time.
Because everything out there said that you were just going to be just a terror when you walked in. And you walked in and were actually really friendly to people.
Well, I was just like, how difficult must this shoot have been? I knew it was going to be fast. I was like, I understood very well that my job is to show up, be as relatively professional as I am capable of being, and to like help everybody have a great time as they sort of like come close to winding down the show. That's your job, I feel like.
Wow. Well, you did a really good job of it.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
I
everybody
appreciate
said
that. And
that,
I
too.
appreciated the invitation. It was great working with you.
Likewise.
Well, thank you.
Rachel's in a coffin through some of the movie.
Why are you spoiling the movie?
I don't think it's spoiling. I mean,
Right.
there's clips of it.
But I'm
you're in the
not
coffin.
dead. I'm not dead. So
Yeah.
that's a spoiler. Not in the beginning. That'd be weird if I just played a dead body.
Right,
You're like-
because most people get into coffins when they're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a much preferred way than what happens in your movie.
Yeah.
Which is pretty
Okay, so anyway,
exciting. Okay, so we
I'm
start
still trying to figure this
acting.
out.
It's
Yeah, like what?
1995.
Yeah.
I
You
was
don't have to throw
very,
years
very
out.
young.
I mean, okay.
It's okay. Just for context, it was another time.
Okay.
It was a simpler time. And I just had this idea that I wanted to get into print work when I was like a child. There was a lot of advertising done out of Minneapolis where I'm from.
Are you oldest, youngest? Where do you fit?
I'm the oldest,
Okay.
but my
Okay.
younger brother's like the more responsible sort of like,
Oh,
Yeah.
straight lace guy.
yeah, he's the
Interesting.
smart one in the family. And I just thought it would be a cool thing to do. There's a girl in my school who had done that, who sort of showed me that it was possible. And, hats off to her and that community being so vibrant in the Minneapolis, St. Paul area
Amazing.
that I was able to get work as a child model. I always joke that how your parents' friends are always like, oh, your kid's adorable or whatever. Like, I think I just believed them that I was just objectively,
Really, really adorable.
like, got to get this out there, apparently. I don't know what to tell you guys. The people have spoken. So, yeah, was able to start working in
Was it like a
that
mall
arena
story where you're
young.
walking through the mall and then all of a sudden somebody stopped you?
I'm not stopped. I was,
You were
all
5?
kids are cute, but I'm not like stop me in the mall cute. Like,
Yeah.
that
Well, I bet you
seems
were precocious.
weird. I wouldn't go that far. I was kind of like a shyer kid, but I think I wanted attention, but I didn't know how to have it. So I started working when I want to say around 12, just like in print work. And that sort of gave me a relationship with an agency that also represented actors. And so long story short, there was a manager, shout out to Beverly Strong. I know she's probably still busy or doing her thing. She saw my photo and knew that I had some aspirations to try acting. And she told my agency, and she's based out of Los Angeles, like, hey, if this kid ever, gets some work, like, let me know. I might be able to like find her.
How did you meet her?
I met her because Minneapolis has a major theater scene. Like they have a ton of actors who come out of there and go to Los Angeles. And she represented a couple kids who were working, through her in TV and film. So she knew that it was a good place to sort of begin.
So
But
did she
anyway,
take you on?
She took me on as soon as I got my first on-camera job.
Oh.
And it was just like a black and white short film that was made by really skilled, awesome people in Minneapolis. And all of a sudden, I had some tape. And the problem with when you start out is that, like, you can't get an agent if you don't have tape, and you can't get tape if you don't have an agent. So I had sort of managed to clear that first hurdle just by auditioning for something that was a small-scale production, getting some, like decent footage, because the guy, Peter Sievertson, who made this movie, is really talented and basically like taught me how to act well enough to be in his movie and, gave me a real place to start from. So this manager, who my parents at the time trusted because I was very young, I was only like 15, they trusted her because my dad worked in the school system. He knew the mom of one of the kids that she was already representing. So that sort of was enough of like an endorsement of her credibility. And they let me go out and stay in her guest room in my freshman year of
Out
high
to
school.
here?
Yeah, out to LA,
Wow.
out to all this craziness. I know. And I remember my mom told me
Were you
not that
were
long
you
ago-
homeschooling or doing it?
No, it was my spring break from high school, my freshman year.
Wow.
I know, which is crazy. My mom, and this is like before cell phones, and God, I sound old now. But she just sort of, she said she had a moment right before I left. They put me on a plane where she goes, what am I doing?
Yeah.
My child is like 15
Did she put you
years
out there to
old.
fly by yourself?
Oh,
Or-
yeah. I flew by myself. They,
Wow.
got picked up at the airport and this and that. It was whatever. But like, yeah, in retrospect, she said it like definitely made her nervous, and it would be hard for me to picture doing that. But we have cell phones and stuff now. It was really
it's
like
a little less.
it took it took some guts. And so the fact that it worked out like credit to Beverly, credit to my parents.
So you landed and then you went on your first audition? Like, was it right away?
I want to say days later, they had me work with an acting coach,
Right.
Dennis Lavelle, who's an amazing guy. And
Look at you with
he
your
sort of
memory.
he like prepped me for this audition. And it took them a really long time to cast up this movie. It was the Babysitters Club for Columbia because they had to cast these.
Who else was in that?
Oh my gosh.
We're showing it on the screen right now, too.
Skylar Fisk, Bree Blair, Marla Sokoloff, Larissa Olenek, Zelda Harris, Stacy. What's
It's
your
okay.
last name, Stacy? I hate myself
We're
right
showing
now.
it
You
right
know what
now.
I mean.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Are you wait, so when you go on the thing, were you on it for a long time? When you actually did
that's
get
when
the
shoots took longer.
Yeah.
Do you remember being on movies that took like a month
Yeah.
and a half to film, or 2 months even?
Yeah, they're using the big 35 millimeter
Yeah,
film.
and
Right.
like they would light something for 45 minutes. Like, remember lighting setups?
Yeah.
That used to
Those
be
were
a
the
thing.
days.
Crazy. I know. I remember they would joke about the DP. They'd be like, oh, it doesn't matter if it's a football or a football field. It's going to be 45 minutes. And now, like, that just never happens anymore. There's no chairs even because we don't even have time to, like,
Yeah.
go sit between shots. It's crazy.
I wouldn't go that far, but I mean, like, it is
The last
less.
movie I did,
We did not. In the one in Malta or the one in our
the one
movie?
in Malta. Look
Oh.
at you. You got your papers. You
What?
know everything.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, we all follow you on social media just
No.
adamantly.
I don't think they do.
No, that person does.
Oh,
I'm looking
thank
at them right now.
You're my favorite. Don't tell anyone.
All right. So so a few years later, that movie comes out. And was it a big deal?
I
Like, was it all of
mean,
a sudden like you're 16? Were you 16 or
yeah,
something when
about
it came
that.
out?
Exactly, which was pretty crazy to return to high school and to have the only thing that people kind of know about you as you start in a new school be that you went and allegedly starred in a movie.
Right.
But it feels very hypothetical to people because it's not out yet. It's kind of just like
and
this
that's the
odd.
social media thing. And
Yeah, exactly. Again, such a different time.
But even now, it's funny because my daughter started in our last A Line of Fire thing that we did, and they told their friends, and but they didn't really like. My daughters actually don't love the idea of they're not like in love with the movies. In fact, I've had to force them to finally watch it just recently.
They didn't want to watch a whole movie.
No, they just was
that
like
she
they were like
starred
whatever. They were just taking us away from our Dance Moms series. Or
My
whatever.
daughter loves Dance Moms too.
But see, they don't even. Their friends were even like, "Are you in this? You're not in this." Like, even though there's social media now,
And you were like,
yeah,
you're all over this. This
Yeah.
is a whole bunch of your face and you doing acting and this. And she's
Yeah.
unfazed.
very unfazed.
Do you think that has to do with just like, people like creating
think so.
content? Like, are they TikTokers?
Yeah, because
and all that?
we're just inundated with content today,
Yeah. that
and
makes
they
total
are since the
sense.
young, and they've been doing this. They have been in our movies for quite a while, so it's not like it's a new thing. For
Oh,
them.
okay. I thought it was her first
No,
one.
it wasn't like you're like the first time out. But back to
That's
you. Now, when you're
interesting.
in Minneapolis, did you just do the movie and then you had to go home, or
Yeah.
they let you because
Yeah.
spring break was over?
I did
That was
not.
a long spring break.
Oh, no. Okay. So I went out, I auditioned. It was months before they assembled the pieces and the balance to make this sort of, because the Babysitters Club, you're always talking about the Babysitters Club, to just get that dynamic right. So it was months before I even knew that I got
Did you
the
shoot it in the
part.
summer?
I want to say we shot it in the summer. Yeah,
Okay.
because they were dealing with minors in California. We're in mostly like
Yeah.
Arcadia and Pasadena, and it was a cool experience. And yeah,
And you go home and now you're a big deal, but people think you're a big deal anyway because
No, I
most
was-
people
I
think
was
you're a
like
big
a-
deal.
I
But
was
they were
like
like,
a,
"Why
is
is she a big deal? We don't really know why
Maybe-
she's a big deal."
Maybe allegedly she's maybe hypothetically gonna someday be a big deal. And I'm just like, maybe I don't, but probably not. Like it felt very much like an ensemble, like big effort, which it very much was.
Yeah.
So it never felt like you're gonna be a star. It was like you're part of a group.
A group,
And that's
yeah.
what that's what a film set is. It's a collective.
How did you get back to do this She's All That thing?
Okay, so what I'm really lucky about is
Because you're
that
still in high school when you did that, or are you out of high school?
I was 18 when I did that, so I think I had
Okay.
just formally
Graduate.
finished up. Yeah, my
In Minnesota?
yeah, I had to do some credits that got transferred, but I have a diploma
You
from
do
my
have a
high
diploma.
school
Okay.
in Minneapolis. Yep, South
Impressive.
High Tigers.
She did
Go
graduate.
Tigers. No one's going to believe it when they see this. But I think that
We're
that
showing
brings
it on
us back
screen,
to the
guys.
coffee.
YouTube. Make sure you check out the YouTube. FYI.
Oh, dear
There
God.
it is.
Good job, Dylan.
Go ahead.
Oh my God, I don't even remember. So yeah, like probably not super famous, but trying. And so yeah, just went back and I didn't know. But where I was lucky with the She's All That of it all is that I had managed to get a lot of credits under my belt before I did that.
She Was All
movie.
That.
So we really got it.
Wait, so what?
I
What
hope
you
that's
meaning
in
like
the
so
highlight
you
reel.
graduate
Too
from
silly.
high school, you move out here. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get the timeline right here.
Yeah, I'm
You-
bad
and then you start
storyteller.
auditioning. You start auditioning.
Yes, I started auditioning. I got the Babysitters Club. I had just finished the Babysitters Club when I managed to book this movie called Tom and Huck.
Okay.
That was like Disney movie. And back then, when you and I were starting out in the game, it really mattered that you just sort of like had a resume. Like I think without anyone even having seen these things that I had done, it just sort of got out like, oh shoot, she booked Becky Thatcher and Tom and Huck. She must be good. This must be the next thing. And so I think that it just sort of like, it's almost like it's not a campaign. Like I don't know
Yeah.
how to put it. Like,
Yeah, but it
it's
was
a word of mouth
a
thing.
word of mouth thing, and you were starting to get some heat then.
Yeah, so people are just going off of other people's endorsement of you a little
And when
bit.
you roll into She's All That,
Mm-hmm.
I keep going back to have to make sure we know which one we're talking about here because there's so many of them, Rach.
I'm lucky to have been busy.
So how was that process? Was it a tough process? Was it an easy thing? Because now you have things under your belt. You're feeling like she is all that.
I definitely did not, but I want to see you do that dance again. So I might have to.
Yeah.
I might have to request.
Well, if we're lucky,
Was it
it'll
like
come
one
back.
of these?
Good to
One
go.
of those? I don't know. I hope your daughters see this. Yeah, I didn't feel like it was any bigger or smaller than the other things that I had tried to, fight for and audition for, per se. It didn't feel like a huge movie. It ended up doing well at the box office, but even Miramax was sort of like, had just, I feel like, come on the project around the time that they were casting it. Like it was, I think, going to be made smaller and then it got bigger. I don't know. I wasn't really looped in that well. But I didn't remember thinking like, oh, this is it. If I get it, this is it. Because I was just lucky enough to have
Did you know a
been
guy named
working.
Freddie? Had you seen
I
Freddie
did know
before?
a guy
or
named Freddie, yes, because we had both worked on a little independent movie called House of Yes with Parker Posey,
okay.
Josh Hamilton, that Freddie's in him. Like I sort of looked up at him and he like screamed a little because I was not Kimberly,
Right.
his then girlfriend. This was a trillion years ago. And that's how I first met Freddie, was just like that at Sundance. And so then years later, when She's All That sort of like came together, it was like, oh, hey, good to see you again. Can we get David some more black shirts? What's
yeah,
going
probably.
on
Like,
here?
oh, you never have enough. Never have enough black. That's what my daughters say when they
This
walk
shirt
in my
is
closet.
ready to party.
This shirt is ready
does
to go.
not
Well,
know
it's like
10 a.m.
it's 10 in the morning exactly.
Nobody told your shirt what time it is.
or the shoes apparently.
You know what? It's black. It's iconic. We love it.
All right, so that movie comes out. That movie does change your life though.
That one did.
Yeah.
That one did. But
And-
it almost felt like a fluke. Again, it felt like, something that people were just ready for, like the return of the teen movie. It didn't feel personal to me.
Was it? Well, it was personal in a way that, I mean, like, would people always ask you this question? I'm sure, like, did you know it was going to be a hit, or did you know?
Does anybody
like,
know anything's
No,
going
I
to
don't
be
think
a
anybody
hit?
does. Right?
Maybe like songwriters were like, no.
Or even if you think it's going to be a hit, you probably should not think that, because the times you think it doesn't hit.
Right?
So then
Like, do
you're
you
like,
think
ooh.
with your stuff, like this one's going to blow the
No,
lid
well,
off the
you
place?
you'd never admit to it, because the few times that happen after the hit, then you're like, oh wow, that really didn't perform, and
Right.
so then you stop saying it, and then you almost go into like, I can't say anything about it. I like it, but yeah,
That's smart. I got to start doing that.
we'll hope that it'll do
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
But so it goes. At what? How does it change your life at that point?
It was the first thing I did.
Can you walk down the street at this point?
Well-
Or is it like now all of a sudden all the clubs are opening up to you because you're in your 20s, right?
That's true.
Right?
Hats off to Pantera Sarah. You know who you are. Legend. yeah, she just knew who was in what. She knew who was working. She was running the door at all the best places. And yeah, all of a sudden I was let in.
Wow.
Good and bad. I didn't.
Did we party a lot in our 20s?
I was not invited to like those parties where like ultimately there was police involved, or like I never remember seeing.
Do you wear
drugs.
this, or were you a little more
That
hip?
could have been part of the problem. Now that I think,
I mean,
of
the
it.
sweater looks.
This says, "I know how to party."
This says she's fun.
That's what it says.
Look out, tables, because here she comes. It's Rachel Leigh Cook. 3 words. 3.
Our kids already knew we weren't cool, and then all of that just happened. We're in so much trouble, David.
Theo's going to watch this too. And he's going to be very disappointed with his mother's choices.
He is. He's shaking his head right now. I can feel it. No, like I like to go out and dance until too late with my friends, but yeah, but it wasn't like to the extent that some people were like professional about it. Like
you weren't
pretty
doing
chill.
crack at this point?
No,
That was pre-crack.
it would have been nice to have been asked. Like I'd have more stories.
Did
and
you
I don't.
were you dating a lot of people at this point? Like
Yes.
is that where like a revolving door of all this different did you ever date Freddie?
No,
You guys
no,
never
I didn't.
dated?
No. He's been with the girl who was briefly dating when I very first met him. But he's been with Sarah forever. They are such couple goals. They're just the coolest unit you could ever want to see.
Very sweet.
Or meet. So love that. No, didn't date Freddie. Dated a lot of other people. She was social. It's fine. Yeah.
Tell us a dating story in your 20s.
You first. What? What?
Isn't this like a podcast thing? Then you must have these stories that you just whip out and you're like, well, when I was dating,
Well, no.
when Brad Pitt and I were hanging out. That's for sure. It's probably your
never
lead-in right there.
dated Brad Pitt. I don't know. I had not sort of like. I always think it's so boring when you watch these podcasts and then people don't want to say the fun stuff that you want to talk
Right,
about.
see, and you want to talk about it. So we're just giving you nobody's even going to see this. Remember, we have like a 7-viewer audience. You're good.
Really?
Yeah, you're totally good.
I am feeling better.
Right,
about this
Dylan?
now.
She's great to say.
No, I did do like my fair share of fishing off the company pier.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Dated.
I don't know what you mean. What do you mean?
You end up going out with some of your coworkers.
Yeah.
That happened.
Did it go good or did it go like what? Is there like a lesson out of this that you're coming to? Because
You can't help, who sort of like ends up in your orbit, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys are watching this on the interwebs. You can ask it who I went out with, and about 85% of the people who will turn up, it's true. I will
All right.
not confirm or deny which ones.
well,
But yeah, sorry.
No,
Just
it's
like,
it's you don't have to. They're all on the screen anyway. It's all good. Everybody who's watching YouTube is looking at this or Spotify. They're just like, oh yeah. Okay, so we move on to this. How long does it take you before you like
I
go
would
into?
like to clear up one rumor.
Oh, is there a rumor?
I never went out with Antonio Sabato Jr. He's super hot, but I'll give you that one. He is on the internet as somebody who I dated, and I
Wow.
have met him. He's a super nice person, but that would be a very generous description of our limited interactions.
That was it. We'll ask
Very
him.
nice guy,
He's a
though.
friend of the show, so we'll.
I hope he's doing good. Hey, Antonio.
All right. So how long does it take you then to graduate? Oh, it looks like only a year or two before you graduate into your own thing. So you're
Into
Josie
my
and the
own-
Pussycats.
Oh man,
Like that was the next bit. Was that your next movie after that?
That was
or
my
did you
next
do
like
some in between?
studio movie that anybody sort of heard or knew about. But
Yeah.
like back then, the indie scene was like really
Happening.
going off.
You were cool if you were doing that.
I desperately wanted to be cool. I wanted to be like Parker Posey. I wanted to be like
Wow.
some of these people. So I was making, I want to say 3-4 movies a year pretty easily because you're just
Yeah.
sort of lucky to, be part of that
It's a good time
really
to do
vibrant time. Exactly. So I thought that was cool. So when Josie came around, I was like, oh, I've been working, but I had an understanding that this was on a different level. Like that was
Yeah.
a budget level and that was a title role that I really sort of felt the pressure and responsibility of. And so when that movie didn't perform in a box office way, like I definitely felt it. I felt it in terms of the opportunities available to me. And it was made pretty clear that if you don't make box office dollars, you don't necessarily make business sense.
How long do they give you? How many tries do they give you on box office? Like
if it's as definitive as that allegedly was, I was not brought another studio movie for
did it cool you
many
down
years
for a little
after
while?
that. I didn't feel it necessarily because I was still able to work in the indie scene.
And you were doing the
and
indie
I was
thing, and you're
happy
super
with
cool.
that, and
Yeah.
I was again actively trying to be as cool as
Yeah.
possible. But yeah,
And dating lots of people who are very well known. So as we're showing you on the screen,
oh my god,
wink, wink. But you're still out and about all over
still
town.
out and about, still feeling like I
On
am
top of the
lucky
world.
enough to
Oh,
be.
what's
I
up
never
with
felt
that?
like I was on top of the world.
Shh.
Did you? Yeah, you probably did when you were
But
doing the show for all that time.
My whole thing is way different. We're not even getting into that right now.
We're getting into it.
No, this is about you, darling.
Why can't we get into it?
So we're because it's my show. So when you have your show, then you can. Okay, wait. So when we're doing indie movies, are we doing like drug movies, or is it like are you like drunk all the time, or
Here's my
what
question,
kind of
David.
an indie movie?
When you're doing the drugs movies.
When you're doing the hard alcohol in
No.
between the.
No. Even I.
But
knew,
like indie, when you
don't
say
do
indie
that.
though, at that time,
Yeah.
Sundance was all about like darker
Yes.
movies. That was the thing, right?
Yes, it definitely was. I did, but again, that just sort of meant like moodier. Like my first movie that was in competition,
Like
at
poorly
Sundance.
lit. They were just darker movies.
Just like
They didn't spend all those hours
no, just
lighting
like
it.
more emo. It's just like more sparse. Like I did a movie called The High Line that's about a woman who finds out that she's adopted and like goes and tries to find her birth mother.
Oh.
And we shot it all in Montana, and it was just very sort of like, it had a lot of like restraint. It was very like poignant. It's touching. She finds out, some interesting things about her background.
Yeah.
So anyway, just
Did that lead to
moodier
your
stuff
love of
like that.
Lifetime movies? Because that sounds like a Lifetime movie.
I mean, there's a version of it where I'm also lightly in danger that we could 100% get.
You got to
a
look over your
Lifetime.
shoulder just a couple times and Lifetime.
I
Have we
don't
done
make the
Lifetime
rules.
movies? Have you ever done Lifetime
I
movies?
did do one that was pretty crazy that we your ability to like just like hard turn segue is like I am holding on for dear life over here, David. I feel so bad for everyone at home who's like, she really can't just tell the story. Also fair. I did.
No, it's
do a
my
movie
fault.
for
It's whatever
Lifetime.
storytelling problem there is here, it's mine.
You know what?
So you
It's
could just
your
say,
show.
right? Well, I'm making hard left turns and right turns apparently. So Dylan, could we put a steering wheel here next time so I could be like this?
I like it. His shoes are just going to blow off his feet. I love it. Lifetime. Here we go. Lifetime movie. Yes, I did a movie called
You're a
Left
very good storyteller
to Die. Thank you,
for the record,
David.
yeah.
So appreciate that. I'm going to really make you not think that pretty soon. I did a movie called Left to Die, which is a really cool story, actually. True story about this woman, Tammy Chase, who I'm lucky enough to still be friends with, whose mother, through a new relationship that she was in with a man, goes on her first trip out of the country to a beautiful vacation in Ecuador, where she is pretty quickly maybe framed for drug trafficking.
This is you? Your character?
I play this
the
woman's
woman.
daughter,
Okay.
whose mother ends up getting thrown in prison in Ecuador. And this happened in real life, and it would have happened in the 80s, like in a pre-internet kind of way. And she has to just do absolutely everything she can to get her mother, who has a really degenerative illness, out of this prison.
Wow.
And so it was this woman's story of how she did that.
Do you do you get weapons? You start getting a grenade launcher?
That really would have sped up the plot, let me tell you. No weapons.
No, you're not storming
Just
the jail?
me fighting
prison?
for the freedom of a woman played by Barbara Hershey. And there will be tears.
There will be. That's sweet.
Yeah, it was a really cool
Barbara
thing
Hershey,
to be
what a
able to
legend.
like tell a true story in that way.
Who's your favorite legend you've ever worked with? Sorry, we're going left now.
Besides David Allen.
Yeah,
Okay,
David A.R. White.
Okay, you go
Freddie
first
Prinze
while I
Jr.
think about it. Who's your favorite legend?
No, but you don't have to it's not like number one because you can't ever
That's pretty
quantify.
much what you said.
No, well, but that's not what I meant. I meant like in the top 10 of like Barbara Hershey, like legends.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what.
yeah, yeah.
There's the segue. See, See,
Very
I know
good
what I'm
point.
doing there.
No, it's true. Again, I will talk about Parker Posey for my whole life. She just like had such an effect on me, just in terms of like the level of presence that she has, the kind of risks you can take. Like she's just absolutely incredible.
What's Parker doing today?
She was in the last season of White Lotus.
Oh,
She's
got it.
killing.
I didn't see that one.
Oh,
That's the one
recommend.
season I haven't seen it.
I thought it was cool. I was into
I
it.
mean, season 2 was great.
That one I missed. I'll go back.
That's the supposedly best one. No offense,
Legends.
Parker, but
I agree. I'll get into it. I like the first one too. We'll circle back.
no, the
about
second
this
one.
Oh, I need to see that one. I
Well,
don't
the
know
second
how I
one, yeah.
missed.
Okay, so anyway, so Parker's doing great.
So she's
That's
doing great.
good.
Ellen Cumming. I was lucky enough really early on to. Ellen Burstyn was in the Babysitters Club.
Wow.
The director of that, Melanie Mayron, taught me so much about what to do and what not to do. She really just like shot straight with me. She's an incredible actor and now director. Big
Are you
hats off
directing?
to her. No, that seems hard. I don't
It
think
is
I want
hard.
to do that.
Yeah.
I thought I wanted to. I shadowed a director for several days when I was doing a Hallmark movie several years ago. And I remember realizing very quickly that all of a sudden everybody's problems from every department become the director's problem. Like
Yeah.
you just get brought problems
All the time.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was this very weird thing where we were using Apple phones in the movie and this guy was completely screwed
Which movie
by
is this?
the movie that we were shooting in this particular instance was called Frozen in Love. Don't know why they retitled it that. And it's the first one that I did story on for Hallmark.
Was it a cold movie?
Cold movie.
Frozen
it was
in
pretty
Love?
cold.
Like, ooh,
yes.
it's cold.
Are you really good? You know what? I'm trying to stay in this car, David, and you are just driving like a crazy person. I'm doing my best.
You're doing a great job, by the way. She still has no coffee, for the record.
Oh, I know.
But she's being such a trooper, she hasn't said a word about it to anybody. She's very, very
Oh
understanding.
my God.
I'm winking at you.
The movie is called Frozen in Love.
Okay.
Anyway, we're using Apple phones in this movie. God help me.
What? You're shooting the movie with an Apple phone?
No. There's a scene with an Apple phone for the characters in the movie. And the reason that I don't want to be a director is very related to what happened in this moment, which is
Apple
that
phones.
stay in the car, David. So basically, there is a dialogue sequence where a character wakes up, he sees a notification. Long story short, the sequence of events that would have shown up in terms of his screen notifications and sounds that were made did not match with the actual hardware and workings of the phone. And so the only stipulation, as you know from using Apple products, I'm sure in movies, is that the phone has to only perform the way that it does. And so we then had to completely reconfigure this scene and for events to unfold differently because of this phone agreement. And I was just like, my brain was just melting and hating the fact that the director then had to figure this out when really you just want to be able to count on them for like making cool shots and for, helping, create an awesome performance, have ideas that I can't have, that kind of stuff. And I saw how just mired in logistics that role is, that's nobody else's problem but his in that moment. And I was just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
This seems hard.
Yeah. Well, as I've done 6 of them and retired. But I'll tell you the same. Yeah, I have the same opinion. But
Is that
it's exhausting.
What made you go like,
and
no thanks? Like,
yeah, I mean, fortunately, I would just make my shoots shorter and shorter and shorter because I was like, we're just gonna cram this in here so I can be done.
that's
Because my brain was on
fascinating.
overload.
But you could and did do it, and you wanted to because you just thought, let me see if I can do this. You were just having like a high achiever.
I like
moment.
actors and I like storytelling and I like taking a script and kind of doing it my way or from as a director. But there's far more talented people to do it, and ultimately, like Gabe.
That's such a humble perspective.
No, it's true though. They're way
Gabe was
more
rad.
talented. Gabe is amazing. Gabriel Zabaloff. Thank you very much. And they love directing. So you always want to find a director who really, really wants to be a director, though.
That's so true.
Yeah, because if they have
good
a side
advice.
where they're also acting or they have shared sort of split things, then I think the movie's not going to be as good.
Yeah, I think
For
you're
obvious
100%
reasons.
Right.
Yeah.
But still, you did 6. That's huge.
I did 6 of them. Yeah, but we've done a lot of movies, so it wasn't like I wasn't doing like She's All That.
I love how you bring it back around. How many movies have you made now? If you had to ballpark it.
From a producing standpoint, like probably 60 something, 70. Well, remember we had a studio, Pure
Yes.
Flix, and then we
Yes.
we had to provide content on a on a streaming platform. So that's a
still
whole
super
lot of stuff.
impressive, though.
And and a lot of them I wasn't even really doing anything with, other than I would find the stories and get it going, and things that you're doing.
Well, that's really
Back
cool.
to you though, because they're going to cut us off in about 3 minutes. Yeah, 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
This time goes by too fast.
If I had papers, I would make you answer questions
you want
about
paper?
all of your
I
different roles.
I have so many more paper here. Oh, she was the cover girl for the U.S. March issue. Wow, FHM. That's racy,
well,
Rach.
the coolest thing about that was that it was the first U.S. issue. It was originally
You were in Stuff magazine too?
UK
102nd
magazine.
sexiest woman in the world? Good
in your
grief.
face, number 103.
Wow.
In your
All right,
face.
so hold on a second. You just got back from Malta.
yeah,
Where is this movie? Is it a Hallmark movie? Is it a Netflix movie?
it is a Hallmark movie.
So you do
pushing
Hallmark
it.
movies?
Yes,
Okay, I've heard that.
and I love them.
Yeah. Are they
And-
Christmas movies always, or
Not
or
always.
some of them?
Not always.
There's
you
no snow.
want to do a Christmas when you can because that's their highest viewership time. But you also want to do some that are not within a holiday too because they can sometimes.
Is this
just,
the
live
national
for
language
longer.
for not Christmas movie?
Can you cut back to the clip of where David did this? I think it was after the segment. You'll find it. There's
But
a lot
I've never even seen that. What does
lot of
that even mean? I'm in movies and I've never even. Is that like a thing? That's a
This
she's
meant,
all
like,
that thing.
The
Wicca.
the slate, the environment, the whatever. We've got 3 minutes. We're not going to crack this.
Okay.
I don't think.
Another time.
Yes, I was doing a movie in Malta.
I promise if you come back, we'll give you coffee.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
We have a lot more papers. The movie is about a stolen art museum jewel artifact from a museum.
In Malta.
Not in Malta. We sort of
it didn't
ignored
take place
the
there.
fact that it was
Where was this
Malta.
supposed to take place?
That has been left up for.
They're still trying to. It's just it's like
We
a
hid that it was
national
Malta.
treasure type of,
Exactly.
but romance
It's-
involved.
Exactly.
Got
but
it.
it's about like someone trying to buy a stolen jewel artifact from a museum. It's called the Crestville Diamond because it just takes place in a resort. But
Where a resort in Malta?
yeah. Yeah.
We shot Love on the Rock there and had a grand time.
Because they call it The Rock. So you played Malta very much for Malta.
As a movie star, as somebody who's achieved greatness in this town, you're part of the less than 1% people who aspire to get into this world, and you crested and are up at the top. You see all the clouds?
That's so nice
That's
of
where
you.
you're at.
I don't feel that way a lot, David. So that's a really nice thing to say.
It's true though.
Do you feel that way about yourself?
Well, I think that we're
You
talking about you
should.
right now.
60 movies. Right here.
Well, 60
Probably
plus.
more. 60
But
plus.
hey, but here's the question to you though.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What word of advice do you have for people out there who aspire to do the same? Yeah,
Do
what's your
I
advice?
have,
What all those little girls out there that go, my
Aw.
gosh, she's all that.
That's so nice.
I mean, can I bring that back anymore? Sorry.
I'm not mad at it.
Okay, good.
It's nice that it's an accidentally complimentary movie title. I'm not upset.
102nd
it.
sexiest woman in the world.
You know, that's
It's
way
very funny.
higher
What's
than
so
I
funny
thought
is
we
like
were gonna
yeah,
get.
but I mean, what's so funny is like it's such an odd number. Like
I know, like
like
out of
not the. So did they do that with the, like the 87th? Or
with the
they-
87th.
You know,
Oh yeah, but
are they
number
going
87.
up all the way through? Like that's a how even does a magazine fit all those people?
87 is like looking at the sun, like too
hot?
beautiful. Not even relatable.
Okay, so hold on a second. So what's your words of advice?
What are my words of advice?
Yeah, don't feel pressure. It's not going to shape their
it feels
entire
like
life,
pressure, David. It does.
but possibly it could.
If you think that what you want to do is acting, remember that you should be doing it for the reasons of just wanting to enjoy it. I think that the word craft is so cringy, but do it because you really like doing it, and do it because it makes you feel like you're with your people. And then remember that there's a lot of ways to be an actor, and you can be an actor, from your phone. You can create content and build community in a million ways like that. You don't have to, reach the very top of the industry. I certainly never did, and I'm still happy. So adjust your expectations. I don't mean that like people aren't capable of the world, but like enjoy the journey and make your own way as often as you can.
Very good.
Thank
Wise
you.
words, Rachel Leigh Cook.
Oh, it's fun. We were really getting down, but the clock stopped.
What's also amazing about you too, and we don't have time to talk about it, but how you've been able to, you're not just acting, also you're producing and you're finding stories and scripts along with what you're saying, is that you're finding your own pathway.
Totally.
And being a boss woman.
I'm trying.
Boss girl.
I'm
What is
trying.
it? What's the word? Boss girl, boss woman?
I'm okay with boss lady.
Yeah.
I'm just
yeah.
not bossy lady, which my kids
Not
would call
bossy
me.
lady. Just make sure you don't add the S and the Y. That's funny. All right. Well, Rachel Leigh Cook, thank you so much for coming
Thank
in.
you,
We
David.
appreciate you. Hey guys, if you haven't watched us on YouTube, you want to see all the people that Rachel's been dating, and who she's dating now, please go to the YouTube at David A.R. White, and or you're watching this on Spotify.
No.
And you'll love it, and please write in comments of who you think she should be dating, because she is still. I know you have a very impressive boyfriend right now, but
Yeah.
we're not talking about, but we're showing it. And then you can see her in Straight Shot. Straight Shot's coming 2026, baby.
He let me hold a gun in a movie, and no one laughed to my face.
Very good. Thank you, Rachel.
You're hilarious.